It's September 1st, the month of smart contracts, and Cardano is above. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that subscribe and like on the way in. I'm away on vacation, and I've got my just high-tech, production-grade quality audio going. I hope you enjoy this video, everybody. Let's jump into the Cardano video, $3.01, September 1st. It is September 1st. It is the month of smart contracts, like 12 days away, everybody. And let's start here. Let's talk about the move. Obviously, we're going to dig into it. Look at this. I'm not going to show the clip. I'm not going to play the clip, but just this was July 13th. We're talking like a month and a half ago. It feels like yesterday. $1.26. We're entering the green rectangle. I'm talking about smart contracts just around the corner. And we've seen what happened with the previous hard forks. And I just, people are going to not like that I'm just showing that and they're just thinking I'm trying to brag about it or something. I'm not. It's just so fun to look at. It just is. And I really enjoy the fact that, because when we went into this, I didn't know if it was going to happen. You know, this move into Mary Hard Fork, this move into Shelly, we get it. We talk about it all the time. I remember back here, I was talking about it potentially happening all the time, but we were also prepared for downside. We were prepared for 50 cents. That's what we were doing on this channel. It's what we always do on this channel. We prepare for every scenario. However, this green box was here. You and I, we wanted it to happen. And there's my daughter in the background. She's bullish on Cardano. We wanted this to happen, and we've gotten nice gains. And here we are at $3.02. And we can start digging into what's going on. One thing I do want to note on the weekly is this. We had this downward momentum. Check this out. I mean, there's a lot of upward momentum on the stock RSI, the quicker moving momentum oscillator, the slower one, the slower moving momentum oscillator, the RSI right here. There's a lot of upward momentum in play. And you can see we were cooling down for a second. And we had the high here. We had the lower high. We were putting in this lower high, and we still might be. And if you remember, just recently, it was really starting to see a little bit of resistance here. Now we're getting this little uptick on this RSI. Would be very interesting if we can escape on this weekly and actually come and test this previous lower high back here. It could be something very special. And I think we'll see a very similar type of move, obviously across all of crypto, but it could be a very big macro bullish picture for all of crypto if that is what's happening. And this could be a huge run for crypto. Now, we're not out of the woods, everybody. This is what I'm seeing. I don't want to forget this descending triangle that we were tracking, we broke out of. Remember, we've been tracking this, which is that target to this $2.90 to $3 area. I don't want to forget the fact that Cardano has hit that area. We've hit the target. This is on the daily chart. So we basically really hit that target on August 23rd, like a week ago. But just look, in that whole entire target area, it is no surprise that Cardano just consolidating. It truly has picked up some structure. And that's one thing we did want to see. But just because we picked up some structure, this thing right here, that structure, we can get a breakout. We're going to track that. We're going to zoom in on that. But it's like a giant claw. It's going to be very telling to see if ADA can escape from that giant claw, because it is a breakout target on a very pretty big scale, right? This kind of upper trend line going all the way back to May and just trickling down, testing $1 over and over again, and then breaking out. Most recently, it has been a very, very fun last really month, I guess probably month, right? Since the breakout, beginning of August back here, end of July. It's been very fun, but we hit this area of resistance. We have to be very careful. We've gotten the consolidation that we wanted to see kind of pulling into the 20-day moving average. We've talked about it. Would have been cool to see it touch the 20-day moving average. But at the end of the day, if we're really looking at this on the daily chart, the 20-day moving average really most recently like maybe 5, 7, 8% overextended. So very close to the 20-day. We were tracking a similar move back here. Now, this move was Cardano being pulled into the 20-day moving average around a week before Mary Hard Fork. Remember, and it wicked into there and then just bounced 50% to the upside, and then obviously it was just sideways for a while. So we were looking for a similar move of consolidation into the 20-day, didn't get it, but the potential for upside is just still there, whether you measure it from the 50 or from the 20-day moving average or not. The move for 50% gains is there. That's like in the 380 area. But even move to our target area, 35 to 40%, very much alive. What that looks like for Cardano to be that overextended from the 20-day, from where it is right now, is a 15% gain. It's 15% move for Cardano right now. That's all to hit a $3.50 target. So let's talk about what that target looks like on the 6 hour. So on the 6 hour, we're really tracking two things. Number one, the 350 target out of the symmetrical triangle that we've been tracking. A lot of space and room down here at the lower end of the triangle. Be careful for that. We'll talk about that in a second. But so we have a 350, I think 350 to 360 target up here out of this triangle if we get this bullish momentum. Now, if this continues, we got the breakout on the 6 hour. It's what we want to see. But now we have 2 hours, 47 minutes. And tonight, this is something I'll be watching. Will Cardano, will it close the 6 hour that it's in right now above the trend line? I mean, the trend line down here at 292, Cardano hovering around $3. Will Cardano close above $3? We can close above the trend line, but not close above $3. We can close at 295. What is Cardano going to do in this range? Really, 290 to $3. Remember, because 290 to $3 is that target back on this daily chart out of this descending triangle. So that's number one that I'm watching for. And the other thing, obviously, we have to the upside, if we actually go back to the daily, we've been tracking and talking about, I don't want to repeat myself too much, is just the higher high area also at the $3.50 range. That's the 1618 of this macro Fibonacci. Now, so we have the targets to the upside. What we want to see happen on this zoomed in chart, the first step, and it doesn't have to happen overnight. We're not going to probably see a 350 target happen overnight here or even over the weekend. But we want to see overextension from this breakout. So anytime we get a breakout of a trend line, we want to see overextension. 10% is healthy. We want to see at least a 10% move. So we're talking, can Cardano continue on the short term? Talking about the 6 hour, the hourly. Maybe we have some sideways on the hourly. But pretty much on the short term, this weekend, can we get a continued move to 322? We want to see that because in these symmetrical triangles, we know the rules. And it happens often. We get throwbacks. The throwback rate on these are 62% of the time. So more than 50%, obviously. 6 out of 10 at the very least. And we see it all the time happen. It almost, more recently seems like it's higher than 62%. But that's based on Balkowski's data. We use his data a lot on this channel, and we anticipate these throwbacks. So a throwback would look like if Cardano can continue to the upside, and we can illustrate this on the hourly maybe a little bit better, meaning if Cardano is just sideways here for a little, continues to the upside, 310, 315, 320, throwback would be this, to the trend line to test it before continuation. Notice, this very speculative drawing I just did takes us to the 10th of September. A lot of patience must be in play when we're making these moves. But right now, there's not too much separation from this upper trend line. And though we are, actually, as I do the video, we're at 299. You can just see, we can't get too excited, right? There's a lot of resistance here, and we just want to be mindful of it. That's all. The potential, the momentum, the upside is there. It's ready on the charts. We know it's there. We know the value of Cardano, even outside of the short term that we're talking about right now. We're talking about 350. We know the value is here on the macro, on the long term, well above 350. However, it's green candle after green candle after green candle. And I talked about this in last night's video. Just always be prepared for rejection. Always be prepared, because as bullish as it feels right now in this moment as I do the video, crypto can dip. Crypto can tank, everybody. And those are scenarios you just want to be prepared for, because it just happens. Even in these nice moments of bullish momentum. So we're going to track it. I'm on vacation right now, but wanted to do a quick update for you, just tracking what's going on here, because it's a cool move. We're getting the breakout of the trend line. It could lead to something very good, but we want to at least see at least 10%. 10% overextension above that trend line area down here. Even breaking that 6% to the 310. If we can break 310, that's some nice overextension from the upper trend line. So time will tell. Let's track it. Let's see. Nice to see Cardano at least moving to the upside. Remember last night's video, we were talking about potential retrace back down to the lower trend line for a higher low. It didn't happen. Bulls are trying, that's for sure. What will we wake up to tomorrow? Your guess, as good as mine, but I'm watching with you, everybody. I appreciate you. Be careful out there. I hope you have a good night. Hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.